So now we can check out the movies from Friday and see how they turned out. It was the Bugonia film Anniversary, which I don't see here. And then Stitchhead, I guess Regretting You is really doing great. People really love Black Phone 2, that's for sure. Chainsaw Man 2. And then Bugonia came out on Friday. It has now dropped to 4th place. 5 million. Doesn't look like it's doing too well, but this Black Phone 2 is doing amazing. Back to the Future came out again. Springsteen dropped down. Tron is doing pretty good. And then one battle after another. Stitchhead really dropped down. Only made 2 million. People are saying it's kind of boring though. Doesn't seem to really. It's not like it looks Tim Burton like, or like one of those types of movies. It's not performing in the same way though. The Conjuring Last Rites dropped all the way down. 177 million. I think, yeah, that one's out. And then Twilight, I don't know why that's back. So yeah, but Bugonia did the best. Some reviews for this Bugonia are, I already read some on Friday, early ones, or Thursday. But 102 reviews, 8 out of 10. The ending will divide viewers. I loved it. 8 out of 10. Lanthimos Stone. Oh, Tackles, sci-fi, horror, comedy, and drama. It's a really good mix of his styles. Why Bugonia is Lanthimos' boldest film in years. 9 out of 10. 8 out of 10. Almost as groundbreaking as The Substance. 8 out of 10. 8 out of 10. 6 out of 10. What I think I'm going to do is check out some of the let's do 10 stars first. I absolutely love this film. Amazing movie. Another genius, brilliant, completely bonkers, and impossible to predict masterpiece by one of the most brilliant filmmakers working today. I'm not familiar with this guy's work. 10 out of 10, nice movie. 10, he does again. Very Lanthimos. Now let's check out the 1-star reviews. More nonsense. Interesting. 1 out of 10, a pretentious swing that misses the mark. Lanthimos once again delivers a film that screams, I'm different, but struggles to provide any genuine cinematic pleasure. Bugonia feels like it was designed not for audiences, but for Academy voters and critics, eager to praise anything that looks unconventional. Unfortunately, the result is a hollow piece of cinema that mistakes eccentricity for substance. Emma Stone has recently tied much of her career to Lanthimos projects, risks undermining her own trajectory by continuing participating in these overindulgent experiments. Instead of engaging storytelling, we're left with an absurd self-conscious attempt at art that alienates the viewer and leaves a little more than frustration in its wake. 1 out of 10, Early Extinction. What? Other than Jesse Plemons acting, one of the worst movies I've ever seen. Predictable, banal plot, tired theme, gratuitous gore. Really? Saw the film on early screening, later to no applause at the end. Glad it was a free screening. Deserves Early Extinction at the box office. Emma Stone deserves better. I mean, they really went with the head shaving thing and really went with the marketing on that. So I wonder if it was really worth it. Doesn't seem like it. Well, I mean, in a way, it didn't. I don't know if it bombed, but it didn't really do amazing, right? 4th place, but I don't know. 1 out of 10, 1 out of 10. Pretentious twaddle. What? 1 out of 10. Violence couldn't be more gratuitous. Stay home. You understand when the cop shows back up and the babysitting story continues? What the F does this have to mean in the already non-story? The black and white flashbacks were insignificant without Dawn in any of them. The fact that they're supposed to be a family is never connected, yet they are so close. This movie's truly awful. That's weird. So it looks like that movie did okay, I guess. The next one is Stitchhead, which dropped down pretty low. It only has 9 reviews. 7 out of 10 stars just for thinkers. I read that one already. 7 out of 10, read that one. 3 out of 10, boring. See, that's why. If Tim Burton or somebody had something to do with it, or if it was, I guess the story in, like, coupled with, like, a big actor, definitely would have helped this movie. Like, being attached to it would have helped, but 8 out of 10, 8 out of 10. Great movie, super funny, lively animation, and heartfelt message. But it's Asa Butterfield, though. Maybe, see, he hasn't been too out there, has he? He's not like we know, like, Millie Bobby Brown is more popular. I don't think Asa Butterfield has been in the spotlight like too much lately. Ender's Game put him on the map, and then what else was he in? But I mean, like, he hasn't been like, I don't know. If this guy wasn't promoting the movie either. I didn't really see much of like Stitchhead billboards and stuff. So 8 out of 10, perfect for a family night out. Absolute gem. Jeez. Broken Can Be Beautiful. Watch this. Yeah, I mean, it looks cool though. Stitchhead is a darkly charming animated feature that blends heart humor and gothic whimsy into a surprisingly moving family film told in a richly styled 3D animation format. The story centers on a mad scientist who endlessly creates monsters in search of perfection, only to discard his imperfect creations as failures. Among these forgotten experiences, Stitchhead, a small stitched-together creature with a kind heart and a longing to be loved. The movie unfolds in the eerie yet oddly beautiful walls of the inventor's crumbling mansion, where Stitchhead quietly works to rehabilitate the abandoned monsters, helping them channel their pain and anger, their friendship and compassion. It's a sort of acceptance and identity anchored by a theme that speaks directly to anyone who's ever felt unwanted or unseen, blah, blah, blah. That's cool. Director choice to focus on themes of self-worth and belonging gives the movie a universal appeal. While it may not have the theatrical grandeur of a Pixar or DreamWorks release, it thrives on sincerity and imagination. These big companies should, like, you know, extend something to these smaller companies, like a chance to be on their front page maybe, or like a montage of independent animation that Pixar and DreamWorks here can promote for them, maybe. That'd be kind of cool, like for the culture, really. So that movie, I guess, did kind of okay, not really amazing. This anniversary film seems to have, it's not at the theater, I don't know why. Let's see if they got rid of it. Has 7 reviews, 8 out of 10, perhaps more than cautionary. Well, brace yourself for one of the first films to take on the societal and political changes occurring within the U.S. Oh, see. So it is kind of like what's going on now. 8 out of 10. What After the Hunt was supposed to be. As an independent, I don't take political sides, but I do keep an eye for hypocrisy. And while I do think it's an excellent film, if it was painting the same bad guys it always does politically, that was lazy and keeps me from giving it a 10, but I digress. The film is incredible, centered around a family and a woman who taught a radical student who now is her son's girlfriend. She worries for him, and rightly so. I still think it's dramatic when people say this is what we are headed to, and in fact, part of my taking points away is exactly the what are we headed to? I don't know what that means. It's never quite explained in the movie that the actual beliefs are so radical, whatever. 10 out of 10, the most important film of the year, no kidding. I walked into this on a whim and couldn't be more impressed. This is 2025 in every sense of the word. Think of director Comosa, Diane Lane, Kyle Chandler, Joey Ditch. To the talented performers in this film, you all deserve nominations. I write joke reviews sometimes, but this is terrifyingly urgent filmmaking. Why the medium was invented in the first place. Please give this film an audience. You will not regret it. Thank you. All right. One of the best films I've ever seen in ages. Diane Lane was awards worthy. 10 out of 10. The best film I've seen in ages is everything. Power, intensity, humor, terrific performances, and a mega thought-provoking premise. 10 out of 10. Thought-provoking thriller. Starts out slow as possibly a university life rom-com, but soon tightens up into a political thriller. There's real-life concerns from the last 4 or 5 years into play. 10 out of 10. Suffocation, yet a breath of fresh when it comes to political thrillers. Wow, the movie is amazing. I live in Cambodia, and I make it a point to see all the Western films because we don't get many compared to the U.S. back home. Probably shouldn't be watching those. 2 out of 10 stars. Worst movie I have seen in years. Okay, so out of all of these, which one do you believe? That's weird. A movie that's not popular and it's getting good reviews? 2 out of 10 stars. Worst movie I've seen in years. I can't believe anybody had rated this higher than 2. The acting by Chandler Lane was excellent, but the whole premise, and it had no redeeming value at the end. I kept waiting for something good to come out of this, and would have walked out, except I couldn't believe a movie would end so poorly. A waste of 2 hours I'll never get back. Save your time and money. There you go. Yeah, save your time and money. It's not even at the theaters. So yeah, based off of this, I mean, Black Phone 2 is the best one. Wait another week and see if this movie's hold up, because Black Phone 2 is on its 3rd week now. And Regretting You is on its 2nd week. So Black Phone 2 might be the best choice if you really want to go see a movie. And then Tron Ares, 4 weeks to make 67 million. And it dropped to 7th place. So, and then One Battle After Another, because now they've made the same, and One Battle After Another, see, that's why. People just expect this Tron Ares to be good. And you go, oh, the trailer looks so cool, looks so awesome and pretty, and then it's like, yeah, but don't judge a book by its cover. Look into it. Do you like Tron? Is Tron a cool thing? Is it popular? All right, and those are all the movies that came out on Friday. Comment down below if you saw any of them or what you thought.